Our eyes, ears, nose, fingers, mouth experience our reality. Our senses tell us things. So back to the rationalists, and not to use labels, but the scientists and the philosophers who believe that empiricism, or the idea of getting information from your senses, is false, and that is not how we gain knowledge. But when we experience reality, our senses tell us things. They tell us that fire is hot. You touch it, you get burnt. You don't want to do that again. That is empirical knowledge of reality. That is where we get knowledge from. The beginnings of knowledge, not the beginning and the end. So for an empiricist to say that we get it there and that's where it stops, that is incorrect. But for a rationalist to say that that has nothing to do with it, the information from our senses does not have anything to do with how we gain knowledge, empiricism is false, they are correct. It's not empiricism or rationalism. It is proper concept formation, and we'll get into that in book 2. But if we're talking from 5 to 500 years old, you can definitely see here how the concepts presented in this book go to the very heart of philosophical issues that have been around for thousands of years. How do we know reality? What is reality? This is explained simply and clearly. Is yours? If you are writing books on philosophy, and you are this, and you have these awards, explain it to me like I'm 5. Explain the philosophy more simply, because you can't do it, because it is flawed, it is contradictory, makes no sense. And in the beginning of your books, when you start off with saying things like, there are just certain things that we know on birth, and we know them, and they just are certain things, and I know what they are, and I'll tell you what they are. That, my friend, is flawed. So explain your philosophy to me like I'm 5. Make it simple. Make it easy for people to understand. Make it start at the beginning, and not midway through with ideas that are inherently born with you, that you discover later on in life through a process of inner reflection. I don't know all of the philosophy because it's actually hard to get past the first 4 pages of it once you start talking about innate ideas. If you put innate ideas into your epistemology, you're basically saying that you understand so much, but there's some that you just have to accept on brute fact. These innate ideas exist, and they have to exist, and I know about them, and they cannot be changed, learned, or adjusted. They exist. It's wrong. It's just wrong. But I want you to prove that it's not wrong. I want you to give me some sort of explanation as to why these innate ideas are valid.